I'm not sure what your plan was, how you thought you could get away with this, but there are consequences to your actions. There are always consequences. And before I have to do what I need to do now, I need you to explain one thing. How did you think you were going to get away with this? I mean, there's tissue paper all over the table. It's going to take me hours to clear this mess up. Moldy. Morning. Good morning. It's like bird food. Muesli Red Temptation. Healthy breakfast. Red Temptation. Sounds like an adult film set in Soviet Russia. You might be wondering what my morning routine looks like. I often get asked, and it's awful. It's really bad. You see these Instagrammers promote their morning routine on their feed, and it's like, I wake up in the morning and do 45 minutes of yoga, 87 press-ups, then I write a haiku about a cherry tree and ride a horse into space. Like, nobody does that. Nobody has a good morning routine. It's either abject chaos, running around to get out the door, or it's just thoroughly underwhelming, as this is right now. Like when I get up in the morning, I sit here and I slowly sip on this jug of iced coffee, eating this and looking at the wall intermittently and going, I hate myself. That's the morning. That's the morning routine. And I shouldn't have to feel guilty for that. I should start a new trend. Hashtag crappy morning routine. So Sharla's been away all week and I thought tonight I'd treat her something special. Dinner cooked by me. Doesn't get better than that, does it? And I thought I'd cook her the meal that I used to have 4 nights a week when I was a teacher. I used to come home, pass out, and then hastily cook dinner. And that, of course, is chicken and camembert. The perfect combination. Doesn't get better than chicken and camembert, does it? And we're going to wash that down with some Calpis water. Delicious drink, good old Calpis, since 1919. A refreshing blend of sweet and tangy made with cultured milk. And we're going to end this spectacular meal with the finest cherries in the world, Yamagata cherries, that cost 2,980 yen, which is, let's call it out for what it is, thoroughly overpriced. But look at the cherries, they're so perfect and meticulous, and they're from Yamagata, so I kind of like to support Yamagata, given this is like the one thing they're famous for. They're also bloody delicious. Although worryingly, there's a mouldy cherry in the top there, which makes me wonder if they were worth the ludicrous price tag. Anyway, it's going to be a meal to remember. Stick around, Sharla is going to love it. Best boyfriend / fiance ever. Honestly, cats might be the most ridiculous creatures on this earth. No matter where I am or what I'm doing in the apartment, they follow me around at all times, meowing as if to say, meow, look at me, love me, notice me. And then the moment you give them the attention they so sorely crave, you touch them, whatever, they go, meow, 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 fuck off, don't look at me, don't touch me. You make me physically sick, I hate you. I feel like I'm constantly being gaslit by these damn animals. Like, I used to have a cat allergy, but somehow, by magic, the moment we got Maro, my body adapted. And the itching and scratching and runny nose, it sort of died off, it faded away. Apparently your body can sort of build up an immunity to cats, I don't know. But thank God, because we've got to, and they're a handful, but they're a lot of fun. But there is something weirdly reassuring about a cat. Like, when the whole world seems to be falling apart and everything's going to shit, you could just look at a cat, lazing on the floor, doing nothing, without a care in the world, and realise that they've got things figured out, and everything is going to be alright after all. Well, till their food runs out. So here we are, guys, the room where the magic happens, the room where Abroad in Japan videos get edited. And it is as clean and as tidy as it always is. Definitely not because I'm shooting a video here today. Don't look in the bin, Jesus Christ, don't ever look in the bin. Don't judge me. But as the Abroad Japan studio's all the way up in Sendai still at the moment, I've been spending a lot of time in here, locked away editing, sometimes 16 hours at a time, doing Journey Across Japan over there. And I do have to edit a little bit later on today, so I'll be coming back here and I'll give you the full proper tour then. But one thing I have been doing every morning before I sit and stare at a screen for several hours on end is get out and have a walk for about an hour and try and get 10,000 steps in. So let's go out and do that, and then we'll come back here later on and I'll give you the proper tour then. I never thought I would live in Tokyo. I honestly didn't. I'm not a city person. I know I've lived in Sendai the last few years, which is, by all accounts, a big city, but Tokyo, just a joke size. I want to put it out there that, I think Tokyo is actually a very good city and a great place to live. It just wasn't really for me, as somebody born and raised in the countryside and as somebody who was very happy spending the first few years living here in Japan out there in the sort of rural wilderness of Yamagata. I never really envisioned myself coming here, just because I'm the sort of person that needs to escape and get to like mountains and fields and sea on a whim, and that's a little bit tricky to do in Tokyo. It was getting to the point where I was spending like half the month in Tokyo anyway, just by virtue of coming down here to see people and do things, and it got to the point where I was just like, honestly, it would be a lot easier if I just lived there rather than to commute here for half the month. But having been here a few weeks now, it is a really great place to live, and I think my image of the city was sort of, Shibuya, Shinjuku, Roppongi, all these busy, crazy places that I spent a lot of my time. But when you come down here to more rural, residential neighbourhoods, it's very chill and it's very relaxing, and you can find a piece of calm in the middle of a chaotic, crazy city. So every day I try and spend like an hour just exploring somewhere new, and it's kind of cool. You go to a shrine, take a little secret pathway that's really ridiculously concealed, and you end up in a graveyard. Yeah, with the creepy but awesome Jizo statues towering overhead. There you go though, a quiet moment of calm in a city of 36 million people. You can find it, especially when you're not in Shibuya. Hey! Good luck. YouTuber. Abroad in Japan. Abroad in Japan. Abroad. It's a good channel. Yeah, 3 million. Oh, big channel. Good luck. Probably thinks I'm lying. Ah yes, the fabled see-through transparent toilets. You can see straight in, you go in, and when you lock the door, they become opaque, like a magic. I've never actually seen them before, just read about them a million times. Let's go and try it out. Well, that's a terrible shame. It says here the transparent cool technology no longer works, so it's just a normal toilet. Oh no. Nice toilet though. What a great vlog this is. Day in my life. Broken toilets, a graveyard. To be fair, I suppose it could be worse. They could just stay transparent for the duration of your time in the toilet. Kind of glad it's broken that way round. Well, it's not been the most fruitful morning, but I did get my 10,000 steps in and I'm fully rehydrated now. So, time to get back to the office and edit a video. Well, that was a fun little walk, and probably not the only exercise we're going to be doing today, providing the weather holds up. One of the good things about living in Tokyo is the coastline, as we'll see later on. But first, a desk tour. What have we got here that's good? Ah yes, Ghana chocolate. Little reward for my 10,000 steps earlier to undo all the good work that I did. We've got the Shure SM7B here, which we use for voiceovers and the podcast. But my favourite thing here isn't the incredible microphone or the groundbreaking computer, it is in fact this lamp. That's so satisfying. I love this retro design lamp because I can delude myself that I'm in a 1960s spy thriller, when I'm most certainly not. My God, it's satisfying, that chain. A lot more satisfying than it has any right to be. Anyway, on to the edit, and as you can see here, this timeline is a nightmare. So if you've ever wondered what the timeline looks like for an Abroad Japan video, check this out. This is Journey Across Japan. This came out, I think, 2 or 3 weeks ago. Oh my God, it is endless, utterly endless. Probably the most overlooked part of producing a video, though, I find with other YouTubers, is sound design. I find so many people neglect sound design. Like, on the opening titles of Journey Across Japan alone, there's over 20 sound effects, right, working together with the theme tune to make it work and have that kind of satisfying opening. And one of the questions I get more than any other is, where do I get my sound effects and where do I even get the soundtrack for Journey Across Japan from? It's all pretty much from the same place. I'm delighted to say, after many years of using Epidemic Sound, they finally partnered with us on Abroad Japan. Epidemic Sound has the best catalogue of music and sound effects online. And I love Epidemic for 2 reasons. Number one, you've heard the music, you know how good it is, and every single song in this video is from Epidemic. You can find a playlist in the description box below and on the website as well. But the second reason I love Epidemic is, in a world where YouTube videos often get like copyright strikes for music under very dubious circumstances, I've never had a single issue with any of the soundtracks that I've licensed from the website, which is extremely important to have that peace of mind, right? So I'm delighted to say you can get a 30-day free trial at the link in the description box below. And even if after 30 days you don't want to carry on your subscription, all the songs you've licensed from Epidemic will still be available to use on your videos. No copyright strikes or anything like that. But as I said, it's not just music. They've got a catalogue of 90,000 sound effects on there, and I think I've used every single one at some point or another. A seemingly unlimited library at your disposal. Honestly, it's never been easier or cheaper to be a YouTuber or a filmmaker, and Epidemic Sound are a big part of that. I do recommend them a lot. Check them out. Amazing website. Now, let's eat some Ghana and dive into this edit. Well, I managed to edit the first bit of the video. I'm quite happy with how it's coming along. Also made short work of the Ghana. Oh, the last of the Ghana. Yes, haha. But the weather's held up nicely, so it means we can go and do some exercise. My exercise, I of course mean surfing. Let's try not to drown. Welcome to Kamakura Beach. Beautiful area. A lot of Japan's coastline, it's often like beautiful beaches, but nobody's there. This is one of the few places I've been along the Japanese coastline that you can actually find people like relaxing on the beach, having fun, and surfing. Somebody had told me 1 year ago that I'd be not only living in Tokyo but surfing. I think I would have laughed them out of the room. Like, it's amazing how like life can just flip on its head in ways that you can never sort of predict. In my case, like I got a really bad health report last year, as some of you guys might know, and that was kind of the catalyst for a lot of changes in my life. Doing things that I never thought I'd do. Whether it was crazy 1,000-kilometer cycles with Connor, doing chess boxing, Spartan races, or surfing. I guess on the surface, like, the idea of me doing surfing seems ridiculous, and especially wearing a bodysuit that I can barely fit into. But I do really like swimming, and what I like about surfing is it's like swimming with purpose. Am I good at it? You bet I'm not. The dozen or so times I've done it, I've really enjoyed it, and I'm trying to keep it up. But there's a really good atmosphere down here on Kamakura Beach. Everyone's really chill, and there's even a few foreign faces. I keep running into this Swedish guy called Jorgen, and he's been showing me the ropes a little bit. He doesn't speak English that well, so we struggle to communicate sometimes, but there's a rapport there, and I haven't yet told him I'm like a big YouTuber, because I don't want to, I don't want to intimidate him, but he's a nice guy, and a lot better than I am at surfing, that's for sure.
Jorgen, how are you?
Oh, Jorgen here. Wow, all the waves so big. I feel like I could ride them to Valhalla. Very epic. It inspires me to build IKEA furniture and other Swedish cliches.
It's exactly what Swedish people do, isn't it?
I can't feel my finger.
What have you done?
Is that bad? It's kind of purple.
Does it hurt?
No, I just can't feel it.
It doesn't hurt, you just can't feel it. That's a little bit worrying. Somebody lost my first GoPro. Luckily I brought 2. And he hasn't lost that one yet, so that's great.
Now that I think about it, I might have hit it with my hand, and maybe that's why.
You hit it with your hand?
Yeah, maybe that's why my finger hurts.
And I got off to a really bad start today. I went in and I nearly drowned. A wave hit me in the face. I went under for like 20 seconds. I was like,
honestly, I looked back and I was like, I couldn't see you because the waves were so big.
Yeah.
So I was like, I hope Chris didn't die.
It might not be only the GoPro that Felix leaves us today. It's kind of cool though. Like there are quite a few surfers. There's probably like 24 people, and everybody's really friendly. Like we got talking to one guy who was like a doctor.
Yeah, that was so cool.
I was like, we were talking.
I was so surprised.
We were like, I wonder what the people do here.
Yeah.
This guy just comes over and he's like, I'm a bone doctor. It's like, fantastic. Maybe you can look at your finger.
Yes, please.
Yeah. But there's also this rock in the shape of a giant shark fin. And when you're surfing on the waves going up and down, in the distance, the first time I saw it, I thought it was like a fucking megalodon shark or something. And
it's cool.
It's not uncommon for some pretty shady things in this sea. I read an article just the other day that there was some Portuguese man-of-war jellyfish.
I've seen them on this beach.
Brilliant. Well, I'm really glad we came here today. So it's about 7 PM now, guys, and against the odds, I haven't drowned. And my reward is a beautiful sunset over Tokyo and Kamakura. But we're not over yet. Not only have I got to go back and cook Sharla dinner, but we're going to go and check out Shibuya at night, and it is stunning. Look at him, he's still out there. He's still going for it. He's unstoppable, he's like the bloody Terminator. Hey, Sharla. My gift for you.
Oh, the fancy ones. 3,000 yen.
Yeah, money well spent. No price is what?
It's moldy. Why are they? When'd you buy?
There's only
these?
one out of like 50 that are molded.
Well, I hope so for that price.
The rest, but you've got to earn your cherries.
I'm gonna earn my moldy cherries.
You've got to earn your moldy cherries.
What do I have to do?
Go eat my amazing luxury dinner.
No,
yeah.
Not again.
Chicken, camembert, salad, salad dressing, chicken flavouring, and basil. Who's ready for camembert?
Not me.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. This is good stuff from Hokkaido. After surfing all day, my arms are a little bit painful.
Oh yeah, shouldn't I be the one cooking?
Yeah, no.
I've been out all day.
Gentleman, right? The key word today is ouch. Which is exactly what you're gonna feel like after eating my undercooked chicken. I mean, luxury gourmet chicken. Anyway, out of the kitchen.
Can I show them what you used the last time you cooked for me?
I used something I cooked for you before.
One sec. The last time he cooked for me, he used these. Do you know what these are?
Scissors.
Do you know what scissors they are?
No. There's a lot of hair on them, though.
Yeah, because they're the cat butt scissors.
I don't even know what that means.
This is what I trim Morrow's
Oh my god.
butt
Well, we're
with.
not going to use those today. Out of my kitchen. This is my place now. Let's get down to work. Remember to cook chicken thoroughly, otherwise you might die. Although to be fair, in Japan they do eat chicken raw. It tastes absolutely horrific, and I don't understand why people eat it, but you can. Apparently salmonella food poisoning hasn't been invented in Japan yet. Look at this, wow.
It looks good, actually.
Of course it does.
It doesn't, well, maybe not good. It looks...
What?
Like, it looks like it might taste good.
Absolutely.
Is the chicken cooked?
How dare you?
It's very cheesy. There's a lot of cheese.
No.
I literally only taste melted cheese.
Nonsense.
The chicken's actually really juicy.
Yeah. 1 to 10?
6.
What? What could I have done better?
It's not exactly a fancy dinner. I can't give it like a 9.
Look how colourful it is.
It's just salad from a bag.
No! Steady on now.
You never got sick of eating this every day.
I never got sick of it.
What?
I'm a simple man. I'm very simple to please. Chicken and camembert, isn't it?
You didn't even change up like the spices.
Sometimes I had more lavender, but like...
How come you never made this for me until now?
You just weren't ready. You weren't ready for this level of cookery. Look at those bad boys. They're so damn shiny and red.
They better be shiny and red.
And not mouldy.
I found 2 more moldy ones. We're up to 4 now.
I mean, they've come all the way from Yamagata. That's a good 2 hours on the bullet train. So, anyway, enough excuses. Let's see if it's actually worth the 3,000 yen we paid for these cherries. Thank you very much.
Really sweet.
Yeah, they're very sweet. I think the reason they're so expensive is like the skin is really like thick. And they're quite fleshy and juicy. There's almost a sort of crunch to it. It's the size of it, the texture, the fleshiness. It's really good, but I feel like there's only so far you can go up the scale with cherries.
Japanese fruit is priced like that just because it's so carefully packaged, because people give it as a gift. It's not really about the flavor.
Correct,
It's more about like how it looks, how it's presented.
Well, I'll let you eat your cherries. I've got to go off to Shibuya and do some filming. Enjoy. Have fun. Enjoy your cherries. Don't eat them all.
I won't.
So here we are, guys, in not Shibuya. This is Shinjuku. I kind of had a last-minute change of heart. I realised I actually prefer Shinjuku. Really great place for a nighttime shoot. And in my view, it's got the edge over Shibuya for the wow factor. So I want to go around here. And also, I found I gravitate towards Shinjuku a bit more as I've got older. Shibuya is kind of like a young people's town. There's like nightclubs and trendy fashion places. Shinjuku does have that, but it caters for older people like me. And now I'm 33, very old indeed. But I'm gonna check out this Sony 135mm 1.8 lens that I recently bought, put it to the test, and see if we can do Shinjuku justice on camera. Take a tour. What size is that?
19歳です。
そうなの ?19 歳どう思いますか何歳
26。
おお、26、33歳。Yes, they thought I was 26 years old. I'm going to take that as a win. To everyone that thinks I look like 40 or 50. 3 cool guys, they got it right. They know what's good. They're 19. They're smart. God, stay hydrated. Tokyo's a joke. Summer. But we are in Onwide Yokocho, literally memory lane. It used to be a black market in the 1940s. Today, it's about 100 restaurants crammed into a series of alleyways, serving mainly yakitori and barbecue dishes. It's also commonly known as Piss Alley, which I think is doing it a disservice because it smells fine. It smells like a barbecue. So don't worry, come to Piss Alley, come to Onwide Yokocho and stay hydrated, because down those alleyways, it's like a sauna. It's like King Kong's spoon. Why is it so big? Ridiculous. I haven't come round this part of Shinjuku in a very long time. My first night in Japan ever was actually in this part of Tokyo, because all the jets on the jet program, all the assistant language teachers, they get bundled into a hotel called the Keio Plaza Hotel, about 2 blocks over there. And I remember coming here, I think it was like July 27th or something. Really damn hot, really humid, and just culture shocked to fuck. So yeah, I get weirdly nostalgic when I come around this area. Skyscrapers, noise, big signs, and lots of spoons. What more could you want on your first night out in Tokyo? So this is the spot where at the end of Lost in Translation, Bill Murray whispers something into Scarlett Johansson's ear. What I think he was whispering was, I'm in love with Kellis. I still can't believe they're dating. How is that a thing? I genuinely thought I dreamt that, but I hadn't, and I wish I had. Milkshake brings all the... Oh. So which is better, out of Onwide Yokocho Piss Alley or Golden Guy? I have to say, for me, Golden Guy is a little bit better because it has a sense of verticality to it that Onwide Yokocho feels like it lacks. In many ways, the Abroad in Japan studio was modelled on Golden Guy, the brief I gave to the team that built it was just do this, and they did. And it also doesn't seem to be that unsanitary, despite the appearance of the cables. I don't see a single rat here, so that's kind of encouraging as well. Good place for a drink. Oh, perhaps the best thing about Golden Guy is there's a secret street down the back here with trees. It's like an oasis in the middle of Tokyo where you can sit and have some energy jelly. Cheers. Well guys, it's been quite the day. We've given Sharla food poisoning, nearly drowned at sea, and played with some cats. All in a day's work. But I am genuinely excited to explore Tokyo together with you guys here on Abroad in Japan. Let me know, where would you like us to see next? Where would you like us to explore? Go ahead and let me know in the comments below. As for me though guys, time to go home and, well, get some proper food, shall we say. And also check that Sharla's okay after eating my dodgy chicken and camembert dinner. Fingers crossed, that would be a very sad end to the video. Uh-oh. And the final piece of the puzzle, take the beautifully melted camembert cheese, scoop that up, and place it very carefully and methodically on the salad. Oh yes. Fresh, organic, locally sourced. Perfection.